Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'd like to show you how I made this nice simple Christmas nativity barn or stable for these nativity pieces. So here's a nativity barn that I made about 10 years ago before I started this channel, and I used scraps. You can see there's hay for the floor and some twigs at the back, but this project will be much simpler. If you'd like to know the dimensions for this project, I'll leave the details in the description box of this video. So I was given these pieces a while back. They just need a barn. I started off by measuring up a size on an offcut of pine. I've got the pieces on top of it to get an idea of how big I need it to be, and then I could make some marks ready for the saw. I could then make the cut with the table saw. And then trim off the sides on the miter saw. For the sides and the roof, I've got another offcut of pine here from some old cupboards. And again, I'm going to cut that down on the table saw. Now to divide the two roof sections, I'm finding a centre point, and I'm going to draw a line on both pieces, the side piece and the roof piece, and this way it will make it much easier to get a nice accurate bevel cut. I'm going to have the roof at about a 30-degree angle. I can do a bevel cut in the centre and then trim off the excess, which will give me a perfect fit. So one cut for the sides and one cut for the roof. And then just trim off the excess. For the sides, I'm going to go over about 10 centimetres. And now just doing a quick dry fit to make sure that everything fits together, and it does. Now for assembly, I can start adding the sides to the base. So just using the vise to help me now, I can drill down some pilot holes. And then countersink the holes to make the screw heads nice and flush with the base. And then add some glue and some screws. So now to attach the roof, I want to put the two roof pieces together. Because the angle is unusual, 30 degrees, I'm going to use some hot glue to quickly stick it. I can offer up the one piece of roof to the other and then push down and get a nice firm fixing. And the same with the sides, because the same angle of 30 degrees is on the sides too. And then with the knife I could just trim off any excess glue. Now for the back, I've got a thin piece of 5mm plywood that I'm going to use for the back. I'm just using the barn here as a template,
to draw around for the back, and then I can get that cut out with a handsaw. I then added plenty of glue and spread it around, and then I used the brad nailer to attach the back. Then I could wipe off any excess glue. For the front, I've done the same again. I've used the roof as a template and then drawn around another little piece of plywood just to help to finish off the roof. And again, I'm adding glue and nails to attach it. This just makes it look a bit more finished. Now for sanding, I've got an 80 grit paper here. And I went round all the edges to make everything nice and smooth to the touch. So I have some wood dye here. I want to darken the wood a bit to make it look old. So I'm just going to add one coat of wood dye. And now for the feet, I have these little felt stick-on feet that I'm going to add, and that will help to protect any surface it goes onto. For the finish, I'm going to add some boiled linseed oil, and I could get that applied with a brush. And that was the barn all finished. Now I just need to get the pieces back in.
Okay, so that is about it for this video. I think it turned out great in the end. It is just a bit of scrap wood, and now my nativity set has a stable for it to go into. So if you did find this video useful, please remember to like and also consider subscribing for more DIY related videos. Very Merry Christmas to you, and as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.